again. So right now I'm just in my room. I have my little bags right here on the side of me. I also have some nerds right here as well. So today I am making like Christmas tree bags for my children classroom. They kind of sent the flyers out early, and I'm a mom that's always busy because, I mean, I'm a mother of 5, so I'm always busy. And I just prefer to go ahead and start early so we can get it out the way. So today is Vlogmas Day 7, and for 7, we're going to just make these little tree bags together. And while I'm doing these tree bags, I'm just going to give y'all just like a little bit of story time, just like background information, I guess, like stuff about me, and then just like, you know, how I do my daily and whatever. So we'll just kind of get into that. So let's go. All right, so I'm just gonna start by opening up all of my items so I can have everything together. 24, 4, and then 30. Okay, so opening up that, and then I'm gonna open up my tree bags. Okay, this open, and then I also have these little elf on the shelves. My little elf on the shelves. They like cereal, but this is for a kid class. Like, it ain't that much that you can do in a kid class. So anyways, as you all know, I am a mother of 5, and not just any 5 toddlers, literally. My oldest is 6 and my youngest is 1. So yes, I get the run around, which again is why I'm starting my tree bags early. But people always ask me a lot, how do I manage just like my household and like manage having 5 kids? And I think the question that I get the most is, how do I manage it mentally and then financially? And I'm gonna start with the finance because I feel like that's just the most important one. But I like to start early because I'm not no rich person. I'm not no rich person, and everything I have by God, it's definitely by God. But I like to start early. So for example, school starts in August every year, usually for a new year. And if I know, like right now I have 3 kids that's in school. Next year, my 4th child is gonna start school. He's gonna be in pre-K. So I would have 2 in pre-K, 1 pre-K 3, 1 pre-K 4, and then I would have kinder and 2nd grade. So with that being said, in January, I would literally start buying school clothes for them the following year, because I know I have to buy school clothes for 4 kids. So I always start around that time because I just feel like you get January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So that's 8 months that you get to prepare for, you know, your kids to kind of have what they need. And if I try to buy everything at once, I'm going to be broke. So to prevent that, I just feel like the best thing to do is to just do it that way. So I always buy like their sizes a size bigger. So let me use my oldest for example. He wears a size 6 right now. So what I would do is, when I'm buying his clothes and it is December, which lets me know that by the time January come, he fits 6 perfectly. So when January come, I will be buying him a size 7 in clothes for the 1st semester, and then a size 8 in clothes for the 2nd semester. That way, when he grows out of his 7, he still have his 8s that he probably grew into. And my kids are very small and petite, so they don't grow that much. But my oldest, on the other hand, he's a little lanky, tall fella almost. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do when it comes to school clothes. Same thing with Christmas stuff. I do the same thing. I just kind of go through. I buy little stuff that I see throughout the year. I also start in January, to be honest. And I just kind of get like little Christmas gifts here and there. Like, there might be a Baby Alive or something for $8. Like, bro, you literally have to catch the sale. Because if you catch the sale, I'm telling y'all, it's going to save y'all so much money. Like, it's going to save y'all so much money. Y'all going to be like, oh, thank you. I'm telling you. Because you can spend, I want to say like $100 on a kid throughout the whole year, and you can find some good stuff. Like, I have literally found a big toy house for like $50. So like, you can find some stuff. You just gotta do it throughout the year, and the earlier you start, the better Christmas they have, or the better. Okay, y'all, I had to move the camera up, but yeah, so I just kind of start early to kind of get through the things. As far as mentally, I always take time for myself. So right now my kids are at school. If I have an off day, I use it to stay in my room and maybe enjoy a movie when my kid's not around, or write a song, or like, you know, I don't know, listen to music. But even go shopping. Sometimes I like to just walk around the store even if I can't buy nothing. So I always try to make some kind of time, because you have to make some kind of time, you know, just like when it comes to the whole just mental thing, because sometimes it's not that easy. But then again, my oldest child is 6 and he will be 7 very soon. So I'm kind of getting the hang of it, and it really just doesn't bother me as much. I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing, even though there's always something to learn. You always have to be open to hearing advice as well from other people, even though we feel like we don't want to, because we feel like we know what we're doing. But it's always best to get advice from other people, especially the ones that we feel like have their head on right, because it's something that they might say that can help us out. Like, they might say something that could help us out, and we'll be like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense, you know, or, oh, okay, this helps me out a lot, or, you know, just all kinds of stuff. Trying to think of an example where I can just give you all from something that somebody kind of advised me when it came to being a parent, because a lot of stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I did have to learn by myself. But for starters, I'll start with my aunt. So my aunt, my second child, Mateo, he was acting like really, really bad at school at one point. And I remember she told me, she said, take him, you know, to see if he has like autism, you know, to make sure he doesn't have any disability or anything, because he kind of behaves in that way. But if he doesn't have anything and nothing is wrong with him, you better make sure, you know, just basically to find a different way to discipline him, and be more stern and be more firm when you're disciplining him. There we go. And it actually worked. I took him, you know, I got what I needed to get. And now I feel like, to me, he's a lot better than what he was before. You know, he knows to follow simple rules, and he also knows that his mama means business. So, you know, I just feel like it's never a bad thing to take advice from other people. And even if you don't take it, you can always listen and see where it fits when it comes to your life, you know, whether it's learning how to save, whether it's, you know, a different schedule for you and your kids, or something to do. And just like, there's a lot of parents as well out here, new moms, that when they get apartments, they don't be wanting to get apartments and stuff because they don't like the way the neighborhood look. I just feel like, as a mother, you do what you got to do, even if the neighborhood not that well. The only thing that matters, to be honest, is what you do on the inside of your home. Because if you move in a neighborhood and nobody knows you moved in a neighborhood, because you don't even go outside and you don't even talk to people, then at the end of the day, you have nothing to worry about. You stay in your house, you make your house a home. Pray, for one thing. Make sure you pray, because we can't do nothing without praying to God. So make sure you pray. But yeah, I just feel like, once you do that, you kind of learn how to develop your own bills and how to manage money, and you kind of get this little start of what it kind of feel like to handle these bills. And then from there, you just move on. Same thing happened to me. I had to move in some apartments. I was probably about 18 or 19, I believe. And my first apartments was not good. The outside looked bad. The outside looked terrible, but the inside looked good. And there was also a high crime rate there, but I feel like the best part about where I was at was that nobody knew that I lived there. So nobody was able to go, or was able to like know that I lived in there to do anything to me or say anything to me, because they didn't know who I was and I didn't know who they were. And I feel like most of the problems usually start when you start talking to everybody and people know what your house look like, and etc. And that's when you start having issues. But I just moved in. I focused on the inside of my house, and that was my house. And I kept moving and moving out, and, you know, just getting to where I need to. But one thing I can say for sure is that half of what I did would not have been possible without God, because there is no way that I was able to move and get to all of these places without him. I promise there was no way, because it wasn't my doing. It still is not my doing. So yeah, I just feel like that's one of the things too. And I'm just speaking on that because people also ask me about like moving, like, you know, apartments and stuff like that. But that's my way. My way is to just, I will start with something that's income based. So something that I can pay rent on, you know, like it doesn't have to look pretty on the outside, because the outside really don't matter. It's really what you do on the inside. Your house can be ugly as crap on the outside and look gorgeous on the inside. So yeah, that would be my advice there. Another thing that I can advise on, and I'm just going to advise on this, I'm almost done with the candy bags, but another thing that I can advise on as a mother of multiple kids, or just a mother in general, is taking advice from other people. A lot of us feel like we don't want to take advice from other people because we feel like we think we know what we're doing. It's our kids and blah, 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 blah. But I really feel like being able to hear what other people has been through, it's like helpful in a way, because you can learn to apply it to your life. And what I mean by that is taking it and realizing that if it's what you want to go through with your kids, or if it's what you don't want to go through with your kids and want to avoid, you know. So for example, if somebody came up to you and said, hey girl, you know, if you don't get your stuff together, or if you keep living like this or whatever, you know what, scratch that. We're not gonna say it, because if somebody said that to me, I'm gonna think that they probably trying to be in my business, even though a lot of people, they get like that. But me personally, they might just be trying to help you out. So let's scratch that. Let's start over. If somebody came up to you and said, hey, I see what you're going through, you know, I understand it's not easy, I've been there before, there's such and such that's providing help with rent, or they're providing help with electricity, blah, 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 blah. There's this new school, or I found a better way to kind of help kids learn how to do such and such. That's when I would listen, because people, I feel like most people don't tell you stuff when they haven't been through it themselves. So, yeah. I just feel like the stuff that I'm telling you, it's like a learning thing at a whole. Like, it's not bad to take advice from other people as a mom. You don't have to take it, but I feel like it's always a good thing to like listen to it and then figure out if you want to apply it to your life. And I'm going to give y'all one of my examples. My example is just simply with one of my kids, Mateo. He's my second child. But when he first started school in pre-K 3, it was terrible. He could not get stuff right at school. Like, he was just, it was all over the place. They was calling me every day. And my aunt told me to go get him tested for autism, because he had a lot going on, and we kind of suspected that. And she said if there's nothing wrong with him and they don't find any disability or anything, then he obviously is fully aware of what he's doing, and you should start disciplining him a little bit more. And we got our results back, and although I feel like my results wasn't as accurate, I still kind of went through and I wanted to discipline him a little bit more. And by that, I just mean being a little bit more firm with him, because I learned that when I started baby talking him and trying to get him to understand stuff, or even just trying to understand him and be all sweet, that's when he wanted to run over me the most. So when I started being firm and I'm like, hey, we not doing that, this is what it is, he got together quickly. So yeah, it's never a bad thing to take advice from other people. I mean, I've gotten advice even when it comes to moving as well. The same advice I'm giving y'all, the same advice was given to me. My aunt is also the one who told me that it doesn't matter, you know, about where you live at, because it's your inside of your home that matters. And I feel like other people can also testify and say the same thing. So anyways, I am done with my candy bags. They're all right here, and there's a whole bunch right here, but I just don't feel like picking them up. But I'm done with my candy bags. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. Sorry I talked y'all ear off, but these were questions that was asked of me to answer, so I'm just answering them. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow on day 8. Today is 7. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow on day 8. And again, thank you for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.